How's everybody doing this morning? It's bright and early. L.A.Kendrick with another tale from the vault. But do you dare? Try to give y'all a quick little story. Try to give you guys a quick little story, okay? Don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to share one of my experiences. You know, we talk about everything cryptid, supernatural, extraterrestrial, ultra-dimensional. You name it, we talk about it here. Government conspiracy. And we try to set the mood with the background and the lighting. So you guys know how we do it, okay? New book about to come out, Wraith War. And make sure that I give you guys a little something. But in the meantime, between times, let me go ahead and touch on this story that happened to me. And I don't know if you want to you may want to classify this as supernatural. And process this with a grain of salt. This is just what happened. One of the things that happened to me was weird, and I had a witness with me. And let's get it. The part don't start till you walk in. Now that you're here, let's begin. Now, this was when I was, this is 2007, and we were in Austin, Texas, and we were getting, me and a cat named Dylan, a young dude named Dylan, white guy. And we were going to look at the Cordon Bleu for our culinary degree. And so Dylan and me were coming back from lunch or breakfast or whatever it was, but we were ending the day. And we pulled up, you know, we were going through a particular part of Austin. I'm not real sure where it was because, again, I wasn't really familiar with that area. But we pulled up to a stop sign and there was a homeless guy over here. And Dylan had made a comment. I was like, yeah, you know, people fall on hard times. You know how it is. It was a homeless white guy. And I always give descriptions so that there's no, that's just the way my mind works. I always make sure I give descriptions so we can separate this from that or that from this. And you have your identities in the right places. So Dylan was talking and he took my mind off of, because I'm always keeping my eye regardless. And my windows were down because it was really hot. You know how Texas gets really hot. And the homeless guy rushes to my car because he had been running. And he jumps in pretty much and he grabs a hold of the steering wheel. And Dylan's freaking out, oh son, what is this, son? What are you doing, son? You know, Dylan's freaking out. And I said, Dylan, calm down. And the guy said, I just need some money. I need to get back to Texas. I said, you're in Texas. Well, I need to get back to San Antonio. I said, man, you want to calm down, man. And Dylan's like, dude, get the hell out of here. And I had my firearm in the vehicle. And part of me, because normally I would take off on you. Like, I put hands, feet, whatever, when you approach me and you invade my personal space like that. But for some reason, man, I don't know what it was. I didn't. And that's kind of shocking because if anybody knows me, you put hands on me or you come to attack me or assault me, I'm going to defend myself any way possible. But for some reason I didn't. And there's a reason. Now I know what you guys believe in, spiritual and all this stuff and whatever your belief systems are, whatever, I don't know. But a calmness was over me. And I mean, usually I'm in a rage when you come at me, a calm rage. When I'm in control, but I'm going to damage you with maximum efficiency if possible. You know, I'm not looking for a fight, I'm not looking for trouble. So Dylan's still over here freaking out, hyperventilating. He's pretty much about to get out the car and run. I said, Dylan, just calm down. And so the guy had this crazed look in his eye. And at the time, if you remember, there was this epidemic of, it was just starting, the opioid epidemic was just starting. So it could have been that. But they were like saying like zombies attacking people and this, that. I did a video on that as well. And so I'm looking, I said, man, you may want to calm down, man. I said, I don't have, and I'm looking, you know, I had some money, but I was trying to, he was in a position where he might have tried to take more than what I was willing to give. And I don't give money like that anymore at all to anybody because you very seldom carry cash on you. But in this particular instance, he let go of the steering wheel. And he said, no. And he walks away. He completely calms down. Let's go to the steering wheel. And he gets out of the car. Because like I said, his hands were all over the steering wheel. And he gets out of the car and he says, man, I don't want any money from you. Jesus loves you, man. He said, my God, God has a path for you. God has a plan for you. I don't want any money, man. Like he turned whiter than, he was already a white guy, but he turned whiter than white. And he backed up with his hands up. He said, man, I'm sorry, man. He said, I'm so sorry. Jesus has a plan for you. I'm thinking, Jesus. I'm like, okay. That was kind of weird for me. And Dylan was like, what the, blankety blank. And I said, and he just kept walking away. And I said, he said, Jesus. And I was like, well, Jesus was with you because you're about to take a ride. You're about to go meet him, is what you were about to do. Running up on me in my vehicle and trying to take charge of what was going on in my car. So I don't know the calmness of me, and then he just completely calmed down. I mean, he calmed down like something invaded his body, and he backed up out of the car. I have no idea what made him back up. All I know is he looked white as a sheet, hands were thrown up in there, peaceful and calm, and he backed up and he kept looking. He kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And I kept thinking, okay. So we proceeded to drive off. The guy's still in the back, he's rubbing his head, he still had his hands up saying, I'm sorry. You can still hear him in the distance saying, I'm sorry. So I look at Dylan, and Dylan said, dude, why were you so calm? And I said, Dylan, this kind of thing happens to me all the time. And again, those of you that know me know stuff like this do happen all the time. More than I would like it to do, but I don't make the rules of the universe. So thought that was pretty spooky. And I miss Dylan. I wonder where he's at. Hopefully, Dylan, if you're looking at this, man, give me a shout, man. Haven't seen him since then. In fact, he dropped out of school, and I wonder where he went. I wonder what happened, because he was staying off campus like I was, but they had a campus where you could room, or they had a building designated for you to room with people, 3 or more people. And he didn't like his roommates, so he kind of hung out with me a lot. Well, as often as I can stand, because I like my privacy and I like to do things, my way. But yeah, hadn't seen him since then. But yeah, man, I don't know if it was something supernatural that came over him, spiritual, because that spiritual and supernatural kind of run in the same realms. Don't have any idea what that was, or what brought him to the car. I don't know what made him leave the car. Well, he said he needed money to get to San Antonio is what brought him to the vehicle. But what made him leave the vehicle in the fashion and the manner that he left it, I guess is as good as mine. So that's my story for the morning, okay? Try to make sure I get you guys something out here. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the work. And I appreciate all you guys that have left comments, and all of you guys that are following me. All you new followers, I appreciate you. And the old school followers that are following me, I appreciate you guys just as much. So we're trying to get to 200. We'll do that. Let me get on this road. I got a long drive ahead of me. Take care of some business. And I will actually most definitely see you guys later. And this has been L.A.Kendrick. Remember, it's crazy how this does. You're going to remember with me. Let's remember. Okay. So in closing, make sure that you check your dark homes, your dark closets, the dark recesses of your home, okay? Make sure if you're working late, way into the wee hours of the morning like I'm doing right now, make sure you check inside of your car. You check outside of your car. You check under your car. Because you never know what's lurking in the dark, waiting to attack you and make you a story. This has been L.A.Kendrick with another tale from the vault of what you doing when you get to work. Here's my clients in training. You guys be safe out there and fill in the rest.